good morning. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Officer, I didn't know it was 25. I thought it was on the left gauge. Let's just check something. Is it going to work? Yep, it is. Hey! So I am in the uncrashable. That is a complete lie. This machine is utterly crashable. I am in the Freightliner Cascadia, and we are heading into Canada. It's been a long time, and I finally got ahead and got the Promods map. And this, together with Alaska, gives me quite a bit more real estate to go and explore. I have yet to venture into Canada, and you're coming along for the ride. Excuse me. Now, seeing as we're in a Cascadia, and it's most definitely fleet specification. Show a quick external view here, there we go. I've turned on all of the electronic aids, so we've got traction control, we've got anti-lock brakes, we've got adaptive cruise control, and we've got the emergency brake assist that theoretically prevents me from running into anything. Now, it can't overcompensate for sheer stupidity at the wheel, but that's okay. So here we see the Promods British Columbia map. There's not that much in terms of well, no, let me explain. There's a lot of cities, and they're quite condensed. Now, I've never been to Canada in real life. I don't know whether this is real or not. That Yuma trip looks tempting, but we'll go ahead and do the sawdust panels.
Okay. Here we go.
Where is this? Over to the right. So yeah, here's my truck. We've gone for the small sleeper today, fleet spec, a couple of notable exceptions. One is it's a 6x4 as opposed to possibly a 6x2, and actually that's it. We're using the Z-Mods engine today, a Detroit Diesel 13. This is the 2017 spec, 470 horsepower. It's one of those engines where I designed the torque curve for, and the most powerful DD13 that I put in Z-Mods engine pack. And it's paired up with the Detroit Diesel DT12 transmission. This is the direct drive version. So it's a 228 final drive, I believe. And let's go ahead and drop the ride height. This engine produces peak torque at less than 1,000 RPM, and it's got a lot of grunt low down, and I had a right mess of that, but okay. Am I actually on? No, I'm not. Great. Yes, it's got a lot of low down heave. That's really what you need if you want to haul stuff. Let's go ahead and try that again. Let's switch to that view. It's looking more like it. There we go. Got it. Okay. Parking brake on. Ride height back to where it should be. And let's connect the trailer. Okay. Quick look at today's route. So we're in Bellingham. We're going to head north through the border control here. And then none of these roads have been explored. So I don't know what I'm... Oh, that looks fun. I don't know what I'm going to be in for. It's a 6-hour drive, so it reckons. What have we got? How long does it take us? Oh, we've got 12 hours to get there, so we can take our time. That's good, because if those roads are as hilly as they look, we will be taking our time. Quick check of the package. Yep, it's looking fine. We've actually got alloys as opposed to steels, but I guess that is that's what the Cascadia maybe came with. Light alloy wheels should improve the unsprung mass. Yeah. And this the Detroit Diesel 13 sound, same as the DD15, same as the DD16. I enjoy it. It's a pleasure to drive this truck. It's also fantastic just to go ahead and put on a podcast, listen to a book, something like that. It's nice and quiet, which is, I'm led to believe, and it's what it appears to be, is what the real Freightliner Cascadia is like. That beeping noise, is it telling them about to run into something? That's not going to get annoying in the slightest. Right, after this, what the heck is that? Well, that was interesting. Something made me stop. I thought I was going to run into it. It's been a while since I've driven with a collision avoidance system. This could be a little interesting to ride around in.
Turn right.
Okay. So I tune the engine to be not aggressive when it comes to changing gear. It's gonna, I think I clipped the curve there. It's gonna hold on to revs as you slow down. It's gonna short shift effectively. It's gonna change up early. But in the lower gears, typically 1450 to sort of 1050 is more or less where it's gonna be. This thing is doing about 1050 revs at 55. So it's geared very well, very in keeping with the engine, which I always like to see. Interior today, we've gone for the old-fashioned gators as opposed to the new electronic style. I don't dislike either, but there's something nice about having needles. Not a good thing to be quoted on. Dashboards and clutches of gauges and good old-fashioned needles. I like the electronic display, even if sometimes it's a bit Star Trek Next Generation, all blinky lights and multi-mode displays, and that's cool and all, but even the Kenworths and Peterbilts have switched to it these days. Sometimes I just want to, a gauge. Yeah, either's fine. This particular color, I don't know what it's called. Is it stone mica or something? It's a metallic. Where's this guy go? Okay. It's a metallic. I think it looks charming, but it's also a bit nondescript. If you were gonna break the speed limit in a Freightliner Cascadia, you might want to choose something like this. It's kind of not quite silver. I was silver and then I got dirty. Maybe. We're on an unexplored road. Now I'm yet to see what happens when I remove Alaska and the Canada map from my install. Hopefully it's going to be okay. I mean, it might not be. It might just depend on where my... Oh, no, I'm staying in this lane. It might just depend on where I end up being parked when I make the change. So Canadian speed limit is in kilometers per hour, and I've driven in Europe for real. So
Then continue straight.
here we go. Let's go with 35 miles an hour, 55 kilometers per hour. So I've driven for real in Europe, and I can convert miles an hour to kilometers per hour. Ratio is basically 1.62 or 1.6 for argument's sake. So if I'm seeing 160 kilometers per hour on my speedometer, that's about 100 miles an hour. We'll not be going that quick, even with 470 horsepower tucked under the hood. But we might be doing 130, which is just under 80 miles an hour. I very much doubt it. Right. Move on again. I'm going to go ahead and just wind the windows down. So there's one less thing to worry about when I reach the border control. Well, we want to be in the right-hand lane, but we have to be in the right-hand lane anyway. Is somebody honking me? Right lane for trucks, okay. Maybe one day I'll get to do this, for real. Probably not in a truck though, maybe a passenger car. Parking here on the left if you need to take a break before entering Canada, which maybe you will. This is a very pleasant engine to work. It reminds me of the MX-13, MX-11. It's just so easygoing. I'll take the left-hand lane, and I could take the right, but it's free. Remove sunglasses, yes sir. some areas you have to dip your headlight, turn your headlights off. Do they speak French here? I guess so. Bonjour. Ça va? Oui, ça va bien. Checking my documents. Everything's legit. Yes, there we go. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. It's very American, isn't it? I wonder if they find that confusing with my apparently British accent. Well, that was it. Let's go ahead and get the windows up. There's a weigh station that we're coming up to, so I might be asked to stop to be have my weight checked. We'll see. I have to give way here. All right. I'm going to beat that car. Only just though. And that appears to be it. Well, that was easy. Oh, I might be asked to stop. Yep, that beeping is not annoying at all. Is that a Mercedes? Still got Washington plates on though. Avoid using engine brakes, residential area, excessive noise prohibited. Okay. So no farting or engine brakes. And I got a bypass. Alright. How much fuel have I got? Plenty. So yeah, I think we're on the way. We can do 31 miles an hour. So my navigation has thankfully switched to miles per hour. That's 50 kilometers per hour, 31 miles an hour. Not 50 miles an hour. That would be an embarrassing mistake, officer. Wow. Why did you stop me? There's nothing there. Was my trailer going to hit something? No. Okay. That could make this a long trip. We'll see. Alright, so limit goes to 80 kilometers per hour or 50 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and make like a tree and get on out of here. I'm going to go ahead and use the right lane and once I can. Okay, come on. There we go. I bet you the lanes merge just up here. Wait. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a hill. Okay. So why am I slowing down? But it's because it's a hill. It must be a steep one. 60 is what? 40? 35? Let's go ahead and kill the cruise anyway because we're coming out to another stoplight. 37. Okay, so 35. 40 might not get me busted. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay. Alright. I can see how that brake assist might be useful. Right, well I'm going to go ahead and stop recording for just a little bit. I'm going to get a little further into Canada and I will be right back. And thanks to the magic of YouTube, I'm right back. And I gotta say, I've not travelled that much further up the road because this is kind of pretty. But also, driving with the safety aids turned on, it's a bit of it's a different experience. And I know why I disabled them not long after I got 1.48 because they can be a little frustrating sometimes. So right now, I'm doing 60, limit 62. If I speed up, I will catch up with this empty logging truck behind me, probably, and it will beep and it will brush off a little bit of speed, and that's fine. But in busy traffic, the thing can be a little bit, well, like a slightly over-anxious passenger who's had a sugar and caffeine, say. A little overactive, a little keen to tell you watch out for that truck, and it's like, hey, yeah, it's in the distance, but it's useful. And if you wanted it to help you relax and just cruise along, maybe it's going to help on a road like this, maybe. But in the city's less useful, and there isn't an easy disable option to go into settings to do that. So do I want to maybe tap up to 65? I think for now I'm just going to enjoy the scenery And I hope that when someone cuts in front of me, they don't cause me to slow down, because that's an issue. Or at least it could be an issue. It was an issue before sometimes. This road's not that busy, so I'm happy enough with that. And if this is what Canada's like, then that's going to be great. Pretty scenery, fairly steep hills. There's another steep one. Something about the Alaska map as well. You got a lot of steep gradients to climb. Okay, must carry tire chains. All right, I've got some of those in the back here somewhere, I think. Yeah. Let's not find them now, though, right? Now we're picking up speed, and I think if I catch up with this logging truck, we'll get to have the adaptive cruise control might kick in. Whoa. This must be City of Hope. Let's see if I can have a zoom in lock to this. Yeah, that is pretty. Okay. And the other thing it'll do is, if I go to use the turn indicator and there's a truck next to me, it will beep at me. It will let me know. So let's go ahead and try that. See that? It's beeping. It's saying, hey, you're gonna hit something if you try. And that's quite a nice feature. Does it still do it? No, it doesn't. So I guess it must be if it's in your blind spot, maybe, which would kind of make sense. Go ahead and over here, I think. Now these sorts of speeds, the DD13 with this gearbox is nicely efficient. On a flat road, it's capable of 8+ miles per gallon. This is not a flat road, so I don't think it'll be getting quite as well as that. Why are we all stopping? Use the engine. We're going to use the left lane here in just a second. Let's take off the engine brake. Oh, I see. Okay. I guess I didn't need to change lane after all. Oh well. Well, I'll indicate right, and then this guy will let me in. And we're impatient, and we're in an American truck, so we're just going to be like, see ya. Someone's going to pull out in front of me. Someone, maybe this Tesla. No. All right. Well, that was useful. Not quite how I'm going to get back on the road I want to be on, though. That's another challenge. But we'll worry about that close to. In fact, what's it doing? Oh boy. There's a helicopter down there. It's taking me a long way out my way. I've still got plenty of time, so I think I'm going to be okay. But it's taking me a long way out. Alright, let's get the cruise back on then. Wings back, and let's get back up to cruising speed. So this week has been an interesting week. The video, this is going to be Thursday's video. So if you're watching this the day it's released, happy Thursday. Tuesday's video was actually recorded a few days before, and I was tired. I could hear it in my voice, and I'm not that much less tired now. It's been a busy week. I've done quite a bit of traveling and staying up a lot in hospital to look after, in quote marks. I mean, I'm not a trained medical professional, so I guess I'm there to support. But that in itself is tough. Now let's see what's it do here. Yeah, it's bled the speed off. And I guess we're behind a slow lorry or slow truck. Dude, really? And that's something that I don't like about the adaptive cruise control, is that it'll scrub a lot of your speed off. A lot. And of course it takes you a while to get back up to speed, and someone else cuts in front of you and then you slow down again, and that's not always the most helpful. And right now we're stuck at 1800 revs in 6th gear. Can I force it to change up? No. Presumably because it's at full power and it doesn't want to upshift. So I think I'm gonna... Oh, okay, it's shifted. I was gonna say I'm gonna... Oh no, it didn't. It's because someone pulled in front of me. Yeah, occasions like this is a little aggravating. But then again, I haven't had to use my feet. It stopped me before I ran into anything, so that's not all bad. I'm going to kill the speed a little bit though. I know the limit's still 62 miles an hour, 100 kilometers per hour, but yeah, here we go. We're merging. Okay. Let's see. Go after this guy, who really had to go in front of me. Thanks. And I don't think the adaptive speed control takes into account if someone is moving away from you. So if someone pulls in front of you and they're going quicker than you, it will still slow you down, and that feels a little bit aggravating because the chance of collision it's just not there. So yeah, it's a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. Drop the speed to 45 so I can use my engine brake down these quick, because this looks like it. Yeah, it's going to want me to go slow here. Am I still going uphill? I think I am. Yeah, my steering's going everywhere, but this is quite a steep gradient. And as I was saying earlier on, that's something else I see with the Alaska map, that the hills are pretty steep. And that kills fuel economy. Because you don't make up on the way down what you lose on the way up. You can make up quite a bit, and if you're really careful and you know the road, or it's a cooperative stretch of road, you can make up a lot on the way down, but you generally don't. Thing is getting triggered by vehicles coming towards us. Yeah, come on, dude, computer, stop being a jerk. It's a corner. So this makes me stop completely, and then it's like, well, I gotta move off again from almost rest. So yeah, interesting. Let others pass. Well, it's not like I have a choice. So with these steeper hills, I did go with the highest powered DD13 for that simple reason, and that is that you know, going up a steep hill is just, it sucks if you're in something low powered. And I ran a trip in a truck equipped with a Detroit diesel Series 60, but the 12 litre or 12.7 litre, and that was the lowest power version. That was the 380 horsepower. So it's not a powerful truck by any stretch, but the Alaskan hills were crippling. It was just not fun going up them. And as soon as you get halfway up, of course, there's a tight corner, so if you did manage to get some speed up, you're going to lose that speed. Okay, we should really zip here, but this black guy here is going to want to pull in front of me because he's a chump. Yep. And there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, this is going to be murdering my my fuel economy, and there's another hill on the way up. Well, that's okay. Tap resume. When I hit resume, of course, I let go of the steering, so we go straight on. I will be over 5.5 tons. Okay. Check brakes. Am I supposed to turn in and check my brakes? That looks like a brake check area here. Yeah, it is. Okay. We will roleplay this. We will actually pull in. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's a brake. They actually have them. Okay. Hey, I like that. Checking my brakes. Alright. Just like a check engine light. You open the hood and it's still there. Okay. Well, that was cool. Alright, let's get going. I guess I still have them. Oh, they're still connected. A lot of trucks that are not stopping for that. So yeah, going with the 470 horsepower DD13, it felt like the kind of cute option that's going to let me out. Okay. Dude, really? Well, you deserve that. Yeah, well, it sucks to be you. What was I saying? Yeah, so going with the 470 horsepower version, it felt kind of cute because you've got a small capacity engine, so theoretically your efficiency is going to be pretty good when cruising. In fact, this particular engine transmission combination can be very efficient, with the benefit of 1650 foot-pounds of torque. That's kind of, it's not heavy haul torque, but it's a reasonable amount to go up some of these gradients. And 470 horsepower means you should be able to cruise at 70 no problem, or possibly even slightly quicker, while hauling a big ass load. But you still have to burn a lot of fuel to keep the speed up. And right now I'm giving this thing lots of beans, and it's really not it's not exactly going quickly.
Do you even listen to me?
Yeah, I know. So that trip's showing 4.8 to the gallon. Wow, it loses. Oh, I see why it loses so much speed. Because it thinks I'm going to run into the barrier. I kind of want to disable it. I wonder if that's the emergency brake. Right, what I'll do. Let me tell it. Let's do 30 with the engine brake on. So now we'll go up to 36 before it starts to trigger the engine brake. So it should keep my speed under 37 in theory. And I think I'm going to disable the emergency brake assistant, the thing that stops me from running into other vehicles. Adaptive cruise is fine. It's jamming on the brakes. It thinks I'm going to run into this car on the other side of the road, round a corner. Let's use I'm going to use the service brake here. That's a steep ass corner. I'm giving it lots of power and it's just not responding because it doesn't want me to run into the side. You're not my mom. Okay, can I pull over here? There's not really enough space to get a rig across comfortably, so we'll keep going. Maybe I'll stop in Princeton. We can pull the fuse on it. How about that? I've not really talked about how pretty this looks, but yeah, it most definitely pretty. Again, with the let others pass, it's like I don't have that much of a choice. Good grief! Like, please just stop hitting the brakes at the slightest, darest hint of something coming the other way. That would have been the chance right there, and I missed it. The bus is in the way, I don't want to go there. I don't like buses in ATS.
Keep right.
Well, you know what, I'm not going to do it. Let's get back on the power. I think I'm just going to whine about it and cope with it, and it'll be fine. How much further I got to go anyway? Okay. Yes, I slipped up and was slightly too much towards the side of the road, but don't kill my speed.
Then continue straight. Go straight.
Okay. Alright, 100 miles, 2.5 hours, and I have lost a lot of time. Yeah, I don't really want to stop, but if it keeps killing my speed, knocking me down to 15 miles an hour, and then 15 gear changes up and down, I think I will. And I can just jump into settings on the move and do it, but I just don't really want to do that. It's not particularly in keeping with what I'm trying to do here. Let's go ahead and give it a bit more power, a bit more speed on the cruise control. As you see right there, it did it. Doesn't want me to go over 35. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. There we go. And here comes the rain. Maybe because I've got it on all collision as opposed to vehicles, that might be why it's being really, really cautious. That would make sense. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. Settings, options, even. Sorry, gameplay. Where's down here? Oh, where is it? It's in here somewhere. Full detection, right? Let's convert that to be only vehicles. That's the emergency brake system. Okay. Adaptive cruise. Yep, 40 meters. It's the furthest out. That's fine. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay. So it hasn't stopped me from moving. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. Bollocks. Well, that sucks. 2% damage? Really? I got something stuck under the wheels. Okay, well that was just numptiness at the wheel because, like, just understeered straight off. And it's still doing it. It sees a vehicle and it's like, nope, gotta stop. To be fair, it didn't actually help me from crashing. So all that frustration, and I still skidded off. Maybe it contributed to that incident, I'm not sure. I'll laugh at myself now because it's like the second I turn off a safety aid, I go straight off the road. It's getting dark. Am I going to make it on time? Okay. Back on the power. I'm at full left lock, but it's okay. Now I gotta slow down because this is a town.
Go straight.
There we go. Fuel state is still, it's about half tank, but it's still okay. It's not terrible. My trip mileage average is still showing 4.8. I think this is my turn. It is my turn. Bit of service brake here. Bit of lock. Back on the power. Plenty of power. And it just doesn't want to do it. Yeah, so these safety aids stop me from being a hooligan. Maybe that was traction control kicking in, I'm not sure. I hit resume. It's going to take me up to 30, which is nice. And these look like more very tight corners coming up, so more chances to just go off the road or slow to a crawl. Okay, I want to just use my engine brake here, keep my speed under control, don't want to go too quick. Okay. Now laughably the speed limit's going to go up to 80 kilometers per hour, but won't be going that quickly around this corner, that's for sure. So it's recommending 30 miles an hour, 50 kilometers an hour. So it's down a hill. Let's use the engine brake. That'll keep me at 26 miles an hour. That's good enough. And it's still triggered by stuff coming towards me. It's a vehicle, so that kind of makes sense. Okay. It's holding my speed with. Okay, back up. It was holding my speed with the engine brake there. That's okay. Yeah, it's just not very smart. This adaptive, this emergency brake. It's only just. I'm gonna drop that down a little bit. Yeah, I know. There's a bus. Maybe it's a bus detector. So, road might be flattening out a little bit. Maybe we can get up to speed, maybe. Thankfully there's nothing behind me being held up, but... Okay, I've actually got a left turn coming up with a weighbridge, so I'll go ahead and kill the cruise. Let's just coast up to this. It's down a hill, let's use my engine brake. Oh yeah, it's not pleasant to drive. This must be a slippery road surface. Yep, I'm gonna pull in. Okay. That's fine on pulling in, because when I'm stopped, I'll yank the fuse to the emergency brake system. Wow, visibility is not good to the left or right. Okay. Oh boy, what happened there? Someone had a wreck. Looks like it was a police car. Let's go in here. I didn't see exactly what happened, but I might have to witness this. Let's see. Everything alright? Well, I guess so. I mean, it's a police vehicle and it bounced, so I don't really quite know what happened there. Right, well, you know what? I'm actually going to draw this video to a conclusion here, because I think this last 50 miles is going to take a long time in real world. So, thanks ever so much for sticking around and watching this. I'll go ahead and turn this off while I continue the drive. Thanks ever so much. That was my first experience heading into Canada. It was a little weird, I admit, but I'm okay with that. Why are we loading Steam inventory items? Okay. Hope that you enjoyed this, and if you have, you know what to do. And if you haven't, you also know what to do. Go ahead and click dislike, it's all good. The YouTube algorithm likes interaction. You're doing me a favor by telling me you don't like it. Hope that you've had a great day, great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.